All right, so let's get back into it. Number 7 is accept yourself. So once you've gotten to know who you are, you've realized who you are, you're gonna see the good and the bad, okay? The flaws and the things that make you pretty badass. You have to accept yourself. Don't be delusional. Don't be that person with blinders. Really get in there, get honest, okay? Get in there with a magnifying glass and see. And don't worry, there's steps on what to do once you see the ugly stuff, but don't avoid it because it's ugly. Really get in, unpack, and see what's there. But the important thing is to accept yourself and really accept that this is you. Own it. Number 8 goes with number 7. So once you have owned everything, you've accepted who you are, you want to improve your shortcomings. I really encourage you to write down the list of things that you don't like, because once you see it, it becomes easier to manage, and then you can make an action plan on what you can do to improve it. I remember, this is a little bit off, but I remember when I was younger and I wasn't 100% comfortable with how I looked, right? And it wasn't crazy stuff like I wanted to do cosmetic surgery or anything like that, but there's just certain things that I didn't like. And I took them little by little. I was a little bit self-conscious about my teeth. They weren't super straight. I got braces. I wasn't really comfortable with my skin. I tried to work on eating a little bit healthier and getting my skin better. I wasn't really comfortable with my hair, so I really made it a point to learn how to do it. I'm biracial. My mother didn't know how to really do my hair, so we would just have like 2 braids every single day. I didn't know how to straighten it. I really didn't know how to curl it. I was just kind of stuck in between. But the point is that I assessed what I didn't like and I made a plan of action, and then as a result, I was so much more confident. Oh, and another one I forgot about, I hated my glasses. I had super thick glasses because they didn't have really cool glasses back then. And so I got contacts, but these were manageable things. Instead of crying about it, I did something about it. Everything on my channel is about getting your power, not relying on other people, but finding out how to harness your power to get the type of life that you've dreamed of. Number 9 is super easy. It's self-explanatory. It's Carpe Diem. Live every single day like it's your last, because tomorrow truly is not promised. How many people do we know you wake up and you find out somebody passed in their sleep, or God forbid they had an accident or things like that? There's a difference between living in fear and being aware of the preciousness of life, okay? It's truly a gift. Every single day is a gift, and we want to live like that. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. You guys, I'm sure have heard that quote, and it's so true. Number 10, this is probably my favorite. This goes along with self-discipline, but it's like a subset of that, a subcategory. It's mind control. This was the catalyst for everything. I remember down to the second when my life changed. I was sitting on the stairs in my house, my old house where I was married, and sobbing my eyes out. And I practically could see the light bulb go off. It was like ding. And it all started because of a Bible verse that reminded me what I needed to know. I had known this information, but it just didn't click until my 30s. Y'all, I'm probably gonna make this video next because it's something I'm so passionate about, and I feel like if you don't see any other videos, that's the one I want you to see. So I will most likely do it next. Comment below mind control if that's something you want me to do next, because like I said, it is the key to everything. It's the foundation, it's the skeleton, it's everything. Number 11, embrace failure. You have to get this in your psyche and believe it. There are no losses, just lessons. We put so much pressure on ourselves by putting ourselves in this mindset of like winning and losing. And I don't know if it's because there are so many sporting events that are out there, and I don't know where it comes from, but everything is not about winning or losing. What is losing? Like, who is keeping score? It's your own life. So you either are gonna have an awesome kick-ass life or you're gonna have a sucky life. This is depression. This is like total joy. So losing really is being depressed. So if you're not depressed, you're not losing, okay? So you can do something and it doesn't have the result that you want, but you're always winning if you're learning. What do they say? A winner is just somebody who stepped one step past the next loss. You know, if you don't succeed, you just learned another thing that doesn't work, but you gain knowledge. I'm doing a whole YouTube channel because I figured out what doesn't work, okay? So I'm not losing, I'm winning, quite the opposite. Everything is a lesson. So get that out of your mind. Don't beat yourself up. This goes into that mental discipline. You have to stop beating yourself up, telling yourself that you lost. Nobody else is thinking that. And if they are and have the audacity to say it to you, ding, 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 guess what? That's a toxic person. And like we talked about, we're gonna learn to identify those toxic people and put boundaries in your life to protect yourself, because you have to protect yourself at all costs. Self-care. You see how this is all woven together, which is why I couldn't put them in order of ranking. They are all something that goes hand in hand. Okay, guys, we're almost through. Don't give up on me. Hang in there. Number 12 is enjoy the journey. Somebody in my Facebook group told me something about dating. He's like, you know, you have to learn how to enjoy the process. Stop being so worried about the end point. And it blew my mind. And I know that's pretty cliche. People talk about stop and smell the roses. It's not about the destination, it's the journey. But it's so true. So many people who reach their goals of, let's say, fame or wealth or marriage or whatever, they're disappointed because it was like emotionally they held their breath all their life, thinking that they were gonna exhale when they reached it. But that's just not how life works. You have to be able to learn how to enjoy the process. And if you take dating, for example, if you look at every single thing like, is he the one? And I'm gonna use women, female pronouns, because we tend to be the ones who are like that. Is he the one? Then everything is a win or a loss. If the date flops, okay, because he's not the one, you just wasted your time. Versus if you enjoy the journey and it's about experiences, you might make a business connection. You might have had fun. You might have realized that you guys are both super into a sporting event and now you have a running partner, or maybe this is an opportunity down the line, something else. You have to look at things through a different lens than winning and losing. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, and it will cause you to have so much more joy. And it's instantaneous. You don't have to wait for gratification way down the line. You can have gratification every single day. Number 13, this goes hand in hand with what I was saying. You have to be patient. Be patient with yourself and be patient daily. You might, let's say, for example, get really fired up seeing this video and you're like, yeah, I'm taking control of my life. And then something might happen 10 minutes later and you go, oh, here I go, I'm reverting again. I'm not implementing the things that she was talking about in the video. We're so hard on ourselves. You have to stop that. You have to be kind to yourself and be patient with yourself and give yourself grace. You know what? I just learned this today. This is fresh. It hasn't sunk in. I've had 30 plus years, or however old you are, to get this way. I've had habits that are lifetime habits. Give yourself patience, or have patience with yourself and give yourself grace. One of the things that's amazing about being a believer in God is that I believe that God is in control. And there's such a peace that comes with knowing that there is someone greater than me, more powerful than me, more intelligent than me, and all-knowing, who has his hand on my life. And there is such a peace in knowing that. I equate it to being on a river. Life is like a river, in my opinion, and there's a place that I'm supposed to go. I'm meant to be here. All I have to do is sit inside the boat and go with the flow. There's a peace that comes with that. I might hit something along the way, water might come inside, but it's all gonna work out and I can take peace in that. I also want you to keep in mind that patience is required because growth takes time. Let's use an analogy, right? Let's say you're baking a cake. I love to bake. Well, truth be told, I like to eat what I bake. But let's take the cake example. If you have, let's just say a pound cake, you use that the big bundt pan, and you mix it all together. You've got the milk, the oil, you've got the sugar, you have the vanilla, whatever you have in there. You mix it all together. It smells really, really good. You might even be tempted to taste it. Maybe you do. You mix it all together. Nobody would ever say, "Ooh, let's dig in now." That would not be yummy. You put it in the oven. Well, if you put it in the oven and you turn the little light on and you look at it, it really doesn't look like it's doing anything. It's just sitting there. That's what it looks like. And let's just say you bake it for 40 minutes. 40 minutes of it not doing anything. You don't see any visible changes. Eventually, yeah, you kind of start to see it rise, so you could see that and get to harden, but it doesn't really look like it's doing anything. But in reality, tons of stuff is going on below the surface. It's hardening, it's cooking, it's baking. So give yourself grace. Most of you who are here because you came across this video because of depression and anxiety, you're going through it right now. You're in the baking phase. So you're not gonna see all the cool stuff like putting the icing on and slicing it and taking the photos. You're in the boring phase where it feels like nothing is happening, but that is not even true. You're a diamond that's being cut. You're gold that's going through the fire. You're a seed that's dying. You're a muscle that's getting torn down. Oh, I just get the goosebumps because I'm so excited for you guys. If you guys understood, I get so emotional about this stuff. It is worth it. Hang in there. If you wanted to hang up your towel, if you wanted to give in, if you wanted to tell this world sayonara, if you're fantasizing about it would be better if I just wasn't here, that is a lie from the pit of hell. You are baking and it's supposed to be hot because you're in a freaking oven. Stick in there and learn these tips because you are about to come out like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Y'all, I'm not gonna get emotional on this video. We're almost through. Number 14, never move from a place of fear. Every decision that you make needs to go through a funnel. It needs to go through a filter. It needs to go through a checklist and look and ask yourself, am I making this decision because of fear? Am I motivated? Am I prompted by fear? It might be fear of looking stupid. It might be fear of messing up because we got that win-lose mentality, right? You don't want to lose, or you might be scared to miss out. I had a recent experience, I'm not going to go into specifics, but there was something that I didn't feel comfortable with. But the reason I was struggling with my decision to say no is because there was a fear of missing out. And this is where the mental discipline comes in. I had to take peace in knowing that God is in control. And I would not have an inner feeling that said no, 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 that conflicted with what I was supposed to be doing if it was something I was supposed to be doing. That little voice, that inner voice that I told you about, learning its ear, you learn its voice, you can recognize it quickly. That voice very uncertainly, what is the word? With no uncertainty, was saying no. The only reason I was second guessing myself was based on fear, and it was the fear of missing out. What if by not doing this, you might miss out on that? But guess what? If it is for me, it will come to me. As long as I'm not doing something because of laziness and not trying, that's different, okay? I might miss out on something because I'm lazy. If there's something waiting for me on the porch and I don't walk out on the porch and take it, I'm not gonna get it. But if it's for me and I'm walking in my purpose, I never have to live in fear. You're never gonna have to move like those advertisers. There's only 15 seconds left if you don't move now. You should never come from a place of fear and rush and worry, okay? This will save you so much heartache. Number 15, you're gonna stumble upon your purpose. And I'm gonna get into this. This is gonna be a separate video as well. So a lot of people are like, what's my purpose? Myself included. What's my purpose? I don't know why I'm here. What am I supposed to be doing? What's my thing? If you do the work, you will stumble upon your purpose. Your purpose, there's this beautiful Venn diagram, and I want to remember his name, Rory Vaden, and I want to reference this. If you guys remind me in the comments, I'll give you the link. He did this beautiful description. He was talking with Lewis Howes on his podcast, The School of Greatness, and he was saying that your purpose comes in if you do like a Venn diagram, right? And maybe I'll post it if I feel like not being lazy and doing a graphic, but you have a circle of the things that you enjoy, right? And then you have a circle of what people need. So your talent, your gifts can serve people. When it's something that you enjoy doing and those two circles intersect, that's why it's the Venn diagram, that is your purpose. So you are excited about it, it's something you love to do, and it just so happens to serve people. That is your purpose. And so if you just live your life, you're gonna stumble across your purpose. So don't stress about your purpose. Not worry, but focus and concentrate on getting these tools in your spirit and part of your daily life. Number 16, it's never too late. I started over in my mid-30s. I felt like I was, past the point where I should be. I had a 12-year failed marriage. I had 2 kids. I was starting over. I was getting into a job that paid me $10 an hour because my college degree was over 12 years old. I was in a funky space. I was in this impasse and it was weird. I want you to know it is never too late to start over. There's a lady who was an actress and she was on the movie The Black Panther. And she started acting in her, I want to say 70s or 80s. That was, I think, her first gig. She had just started. And I'm sure some people would tell her, people live their whole lives trying to make it and, da-da-da-da-da-da. She stole a whole scene because she was so good. Don't let anyone else's lies permeate your mind and your spirit. It is never too late. I don't care if you are 60, 70, 80, 100 years old. If you don't feel like you're living your life, it's never too late to start living. If you're just existing, you're just getting through each day, that's not living. and it's not too late. And it's not a coincidence that you're watching this video right now. Oh my God, thank you so much for watching to the end. I know that a lot of content is very short and quick because attention spans are very short nowadays, but I hope that this stuff was compelling enough to have you stick around. Again, if you really liked my stuff and you want to know when more videos are coming out, click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want a little notification to pop up and let you know when new content comes up. It's kind of fun when I do premieres because we can all watch at the same time. I jump on with other people and we can be commenting at the same time. If you think that someone could benefit from it, share this video specifically. And like I said, like it and comment so that I get your feedback and I know what to give you. I want to give you more of what you want, less of what you maybe don't want. I'm going to recommend at the end of each video other videos that I think that you should watch. So depending on when you watch, they may or may not be here yet, but if this is older when you're watching it, I'm going to be doing videos on self-discipline and mind control. Those are the two that right now I'm planning on doing next. So eventually they are going to be populated down here on this page and you can click them and see them and move on to the next one. But like I said, I'm new to this whole YouTube experience. That's a video in and of itself, me finally overcoming fear and doing this. And tangent, I was so worried about content being forever. It's out there. I was worried about being judged. I was worried about not being able to control the comments. All those things were fear. And when I let go of that, everything fell into place. So that's, like I said, side note, that's another conversation. But thanks for sticking around. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for extending me grace. And even if I mess up, right? It's not a loss, it's a lesson learned. Until next time, guys, be sure to tell someone that you love them. You're gonna see me close each video with that. It's not just a slogan, I mean it. There's somebody that's gonna pop into your mind when I say that. Text them, call them, visit them. Tell that person today that you love them. Have a great one, guys.